Hello and welcome, dear viewers. Today we'll talk about the results of Jupiter-Rahu conjunction in each of the 12 houses of the birth chart. Jupiter-Rahu conjunction is also called Guru Chandaal Yoga. If you have not subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe. In this ascendant, in this first house, if this conjunction is taking place, then the native, he will be very intelligent. He'll be an intellectual of great penetrating intellect. He'll be a very intelligent, and he will be a person who has great insights and presence of mind. Very true, very sharp. Now, this is also the house of health. So he will have health problems, breathing problems, respiratory disorders, spondylitis, any kind of nervous system disorders, any kind of health disorders, sinusitis problems. Yes, all kinds of problems any kind of health issue might be there if Jupiter-Rahu conjunction is in the first house. And the native will always also be in the habit of doubting others. There will be a sense of doubt in his mind always. He will not easily accept what others are saying. He will verify, and then he will, see for himself whether he should follow something or not. So he will doubt others. That is seen. Yes. And even people in the society, they will also not be able to understand him always. Yes, friends, for example, scientists, general people in society, people sometimes, consider them to be, lunatics also. Yes. But then finally someday people come to realize that they are great people with great intellect. Yes. So people also sometimes don't tend to understand this Jatak, this native who has Guru and Rahu, Jupiter and Rahu in the first house conjunction. Let us go to the second house. In the second house, is the house of speech. So the native may not be someone who has a very sweet tongue, or he might actually you can say be someone who is going to speak harshly to people, and that is why this is also the house of family. He may not have a very good bond with his family members. Yes, there will be differences of opinion, and because of his speech, he may not be very popular in the family. This is seen. And also this is the house of money, how he earns money, or whatever money he has already earned. So this is the house of, so this house shows money. So maybe he has earned money by adopting some shortcut method or unfair means. That also may be seen. Yes. And so this is one thing, and this also is the house which shows your accumulation, the wealth that you have already accumulated. So the wealth that you have already accumulated, how you have accumulated, that also now can be a question mark. But yes, it is not always the case. If Jupiter has aspects of beneficial planets and all, if Jupiter is strong, then such results may not be there also. Yes, but otherwise in second house all these things can be seen. Third house. In the third house, this conjunction gives good results. It can make you a very powerful writer. Yes, a writer who doesn't believe in customs, traditions, anything, who doesn't believe in even law, and who will actually like he doesn't believe in social institutions and all. He may have such a bent of mind. He may be someone who's going to now bring about a revolution in society through his words and through his writings. A very powerful writer can be seen if this conjunction is in the third house, because third house is the house of communication. This is an Upachaya house, so the Rahu does well in this house. The benefits and results of this house, they grow with time. So Rahu will do well if you are consistently putting in efforts. Then this house will give you, this house conjunction of Rahu and Jupiter conjunction in third house, it gives benefits to the native in the long run. Yes. And the native also will be very courageous, because this is anyway the house of courage only, no? Third house, courage and efforts. So he'll be very courageous. So Rahu does well. This conjunction works here well. Now fourth house, this conjunction is not considered to be very good in the fourth house. In the fourth house, now what will happen? The mother's health may not be very good. Yes, a mother may have health problems, and also there may be lack of peace and happiness in the domestic sphere. At home, there may be some lack of happiness and peace within the home. And also there may be some disputes regarding property, even vehicles, some dispute regarding property and all, if it is in the fourth house. But if Jupiter is strong, then there will be deficiency in these results, and native will not get such bad results. Okay, let us always look at the positive side. Even if Jupiter is not strong, how can you make your Jupiter strong? Yes, please go to the video Jupiter-Rahu conjunction. What is this conjunction? I have made a video on that, which is in the playlist. So there I have also discussed how you can make your Jupiter strong. Yes. Then in the fifth house, what will happen? In the fifth house, fourth house is the house of primary education and also education which you acquire in school. But fifth house is your main education, maybe even high school and college education. So there will be some obstacles in the path of education. You will not be able to acquire education smoothly, and you will find obstacles in the path of education. And also difficulty, women will have difficulty in conceiving a child, because it is also the house of childbirth, it is also the house of child. And even a male native will have difficulty in getting a child. So fifth house, in fifth house also it is not considered to be very good. Yes. Then let us come to the sixth house. In the sixth house, this conjunction will do well. In the sixth house it will do well. Why? Sixth house is again Upachaya house. Yes. In the sixth house, what will happen, you see? The native will have the courage to stand against his enemies. The enemies will not be able to harm him. If there is some disease also, if he is suffering from some disease, he will be able to fight against that disease and come out of that disease. Only one thing, the native should be careful about loan. He should not take loan. If he has taken also, he should make sure that he repays that loan. Otherwise there will be expansion in your debt, expansion and growth in your debts and loans. So you have to be very careful about your loan. Otherwise sixth house gives good results, but sixth house is also the house of your daily routine also, because it is the house of your service and daily routine. Rahu does not believe in any routine. So these natives, they may not follow some daily routine. They may do different things on different days and in a different way, because they are so unconventional, they are so unpredictable. So that can be seen, because they may not follow some daily routine. Let us go to the seventh house. Seventh house, this conjunction is not very good. It is not good for the marital life. It is not good. Difference of opinion. And also aspect will fall on the first house, that is here the health also. So in the seventh house, it is not considered to be good. If you are doing some partnership business also, you have to be very careful. Your partner may deceive you. You may have difference of opinion with your partner. Some problems will be there even in partnership business. So be very careful. And in independent business also you will see, supposing you want to start alone, not with any partner, then also you have to be very careful. Obstacles will be there, you may encounter. Yes. Eighth house, if this conjunction is taking place in the eighth house, it is not considered to be good. Health problems will be there. Health issues, all kinds of health issues. Yes. Maybe even health issues relating to anything, even some skin disorders or problems pertaining to the genital region, some infection in the genital regions and anything. and also any kind of general weakness. The native may not be very strong, like physically, the native will be a little weak. Somebody with a little low immunity who falls sick quite often, that is also seen. From within he may not be very strong. He may look very good, he may look healthy, but from within he may lack in stamina. That is what I have seen. So you have to take care of your health. And 8th house. 8th house is also the house of all secrecy. Secrecy, all hidden things. So the native may have extramarital relation or incestuous relationship, immoral relationships or illegitimate relationships. Anything is possible. So the native should be very careful about all that. And even after marriage, the native may have such a relationship. And the native should actually be very careful about it. Otherwise, what will happen, the Rahu will become even more afflicted. And it will also, Jupiter is the Jiva Karak, in conjunction with Rahu. So then Rahu will become afflicted, Rahu will become more powerful. Because Rahu shows that on, breaking all kinds of customs and all. Marriage is a social institution. No need to follow that institution. Let me, go outside of my marriage and do all kinds of things. So then Rahu becomes powerful. And then Jupiter will become afflicted. Jupiter is the native. Jupiter is the Karaka of the native. So you should not, you have to be very careful. Don't make Rahu. And Lord Rahu, if he is powerful in a benefic way, then he will give you very good results. I'll tell you how. Say in the 10th or 11th houses especially. Rahu, because these are also Upachaya houses. There Rahu will expand everything. Rahu has the capability to do that. So you will get very good results. But again, if it is something negative, then also Rahu is going to expand that. And 8th house, what will happen? Then Rahu will now, if the native is indulged in such things which I mentioned just now, in immoral activities, then that will make the negative side of Rahu very strong. Supposing you are earning wealth, this 11th house is the house of your wealth, and you are earning wealth by fair means, and Rahu will expand that wealth. That is a positive side of Rahu. Rahu can be very positive also for you. But here in the 8th house, if Rahu becomes in a negative way, if Rahu becomes strong, then Jupiter will be afflicted. So you have to be very careful. Okay, now let us go to the 9th house. 9th house, this conjunction is not considered to be good. 9th house, what will happen? Differences of opinion with the father. This native may not believe in any kind of religion or dharma. He will not believe in anything. He will question everything. And he will not believe anything actually. He will not believe in any religion, or he may not even be dutiful. He may think it is not necessary to do my duty. Whatever is his duty, he may neglect his duties also, responsibilities also. That is there. So 9th house, this conjunction is a very difficult conjunction in the 9th house. So the native has to be very careful. Yes, very careful, and always try to focus on one particular supreme power. You may not worship at home in the way other people do, the elaborate rituals and all. You may not, it's okay. But at least worship some, supreme power, the benevolent God, in whichever form you want to worship. So you need to do that. Then only in the 9th house you will get good results. Otherwise, your 9th house is the house of your fortune. There will be obstacles in the path of your fortune. Your luck also will never favor you otherwise. So the native has to be very careful if you want luck to favor you, because there will be obstacles in the path of fortune. Because Rahu is obstacle and 9th house is luck, and Jupiter is also the natural lord of the house of luck and fortune. So obstacle. Jupiter is luck, Rahu is obstacle. So obstacle in the path of your luck and fortune. So you have to be very careful. Next, 10th house. 10th house, actually this conjunction may give you good results, but you have to be a little careful. 10th house is also the house of your profession, your workplace. See to it that you don't enter into any kind of quarrel, or any kind of quarrel with especially your seniors at the workplace. There will be differences of opinion, they will be there, but you have to control your anger and your emotions. You need to control, otherwise what will happen? You will earn the disfavor of seniors and all. Then what will happen? You are doing a job, you may not get promotion, all these things. 10th house is the house of career and profession. Promotion may not be there. And also, supposing you fight with somebody, you disagree with somebody in public and all, or maybe you have some radical views, because Rahu energy is there in the 10th house. So if anybody tries to control you at the workplace, you will defy that authority. Then what will happen? You will earn a bad name and reputation, because 10th house is also the house of name and reputation. But if you control your anger, and if you understand that you need to control this energy of Rahu which is there in the 10th house, and you need to actually it is very good to think differently. Actually it is good. Why should everybody think in the same way, traditional way? You are able to think differently. That means you are intelligent. That is why this conjunction, people know they are actually very, very intelligent. No matter in which house this conjunction is forming, they are very intelligent, because they have the courage to think differently. That proves that they are intelligent. But use your intelligence very cleverly. Yes, we don't have to always exhibit that intelligence. We should know when to use it and how to use it. Then this conjunction in the 10th house will give you very good results actually, because Upachaya house, it will grow with time. All that energy that you have, all that intellect which you have, Jupiter is also the Karaka of wisdom, and Rahu now will expand your knowledge and wisdom. So use that to rise in your career. Yes, and there will be great expansion. And also, I have seen that these people who have this conjunction in the 10th house, they do better if they are doing some business independently, they are doing something on their own instead of a job. This is also seen actually, because in job, they will enter into some, there will be some clash actually. There will be some difference of opinion. So it is always, so again there might be problems. So it is always better if they can do something of their own. Anything, at least some tuitions, whatever, even online classes. Nowadays in COVID times, people are also doing classes online and all. This is just an example. Do something of your own. Try to do. Then what will happen? You will get better results, and Rahu will expand all those good results of your results related to your profession. Now, suppose this conjunction is forming in the 11th house. In the 11th house is Upachaya house. There also this conjunction will give you good results. Yes. Provided this is the house of your income and you earn money. Yes. How you are earning money. Yes. You should earn money in an ethical way, through fair means, not unfair means. Otherwise, in the long run, this conjunction will not give you good results. And whatever money you earn also, you will never be able to, reap benefits out of that. You will, in some other way, you will have to spend them. Because we are accountable for our karmas and actions. So earn money in an ethical way. Jupiter is there, and Rahu will, what Rahu will do? Rahu will expand your wealth day by day. So this conjunction will give you very good results in the 11th house. And it will make you very prosperous, highly prosperous. Not only money, there will be an expansion and growth in all spheres of your life, in your prosperity, self, as far as your self satisfaction is concerned. You will always be satisfied, and there will be a growth in that self satisfaction. There will be growth in your sense of contentment and prosperity. That is also. 11th house is the gain of everything, not only just money. Everything. Wealth, prosperity, contentment, everything. Okay, so now let us see gaining friends, friendships, and gaining from good contacts in the social circle, all kinds of gains. So this conjunction can give you in the 11th house. Now last, let us go to the 12th house. In the 12th house, this conjunction is not considered to be so good. What will happen? The native, again may have health problems, because this is, if this is the body, this is the 12th from the body, loss of the body. So health issues may be there. Yes. Then also what we can see, that the native may like to stay in isolation from, isolation means he may like to spend some time alone, which is not bad. But then 12th house is the house of isolation. So he may be even isolated within the family. Why? Because he may be very critical about his own family members. So that is why he will feel isolated, because others also will not like him, because he is so critical about them. Differences of opinion with family members, that is also seen. And also 12th house, so you have to be a little careful. And 12th house is also a house of all kinds of losses. And the native will end up, getting engaged in expenditure. The native will end up spending his money like anything. So there will be loss of money also. And because this is the house of loss, and it will be very difficult for the native to control his expenditure, and maybe even loss of energy. Yes, so all these things. And also in the 12th house also is in a way the house of darkness also. Yes, spirituality also, and also you can say it is the house of isolation. Yes, and the house of sleep. Yes, and so what we can say, the native should not go out at night alone. That is something which I have seen. If Rahu is in the 12th house, yes, so the native should never go out of the house alone, like at night, especially in the darkness. Never go out, like in the dark. Never go out in the dark. You have to be careful. Protect yourself from all kinds of darkness. So, and also isolation. If that isolation is giving you, is not helping you, then don't stay isolated. Connect with your family members. Forgive and forget. Yes, try to be good to at least some of them, and don't go alone anywhere in the dark. Otherwise there may be some problem, some untoward circumstance may come up, some threat even to life may be there. So you need to be very careful. Especially girls also, never go out. So especially in the dark. So friends, these were the results of Rahu and Jupiter conjunction in each of the 12 houses. Please do subscribe and do share this video. Thank you so much.